Good morning, everyone. How are you today? It is Jane here. It is Sunday morning here in Australia. Welcome to the channel. Um, Yesterday, I had the privilege of attending the Gold Coast Pen Meet. And Gold Coast is about, I don't know, anywhere from like an hour, 15 minutes to an hour and a half away from my home. So it's a bit of a trip to get up there. Not quite as far as Brisbane for when I go to those things, but it's still a bit of a drive for me. So I think yesterday ended up being about a 4 hour round trip for me. So anyway, that aside, the only reason I'm mentioning this is people go, "Oh, I don't have anything like this in my town or my city." I have to travel to actually see and meet with other pen people or journalists or whatever. So, and I make time for that because it is my passion and I enjoy being around those types of people. So anyway, yesterday was my first time at the Gold Coast or with the Gold Coast Pen Meet group. They are a lovely bunch of individuals. I had so much fun and learnt things. And yesterday's theme was Australian made. So I took some Robert Oster inks, some Van Diemen inks with me that people could swatch and take samples from and all the rest of it. And I inked up 6 of my Just Turnings fountain pens to take with me as well. So I'm just going to go through what I took, what I have my pens inked with. So they're another 6 being added to the lineup for this month. And I also picked up 3 samples as well. One was a gift. When you attend the pen meet for the first time, you get like a little welcome pack, which was really kind of Amy to put together. Like it came with a pen sleeve, a little ink sample, tools to do ink swatching, and some stickers, a name badge, and some other bits and pieces. It was a very well organised pen meet. What can I say? And I really appreciated Amy's time and effort that she has put into setting this up. Now, as to the pens that I have already got inked up, all of them bar one of them is inked up with Robert Oster signature inks. So I'm just going to do a little, as you can see, we're back in our gallon leather Tomoe River notebook again. I have got like a little like bookmark page thing that I'm hoping is going to keep it all together for me. So what's today? Actually, I'll just put up here Gold Coast. Oops, not gold. Gold Coast Pen Meet. And it was Saturday the 16th. Whoops. 16th of August. 25. So, this is another new one I inked up again, the Pilot Kakuno, and it's got a Pilot Iroshizuku Asagao cartridge in it. I need to actually just have one of these dedicated to a black ink so then I can write all my headings and things. I must remember to do that. Anyway, let's get into the pens that I took with me. This is actually a carryover from the last month, and it's a beautiful blank. I really love this one. It's called Elvenwood, and I asked Stephen to do it in the matte finish, and it just feels beautiful in the hand. I also have a Mr. Cypress 14 karat medium nib on it, so it just writes beautifully. So put that over there for a bit. Now this is one that doesn't have a Robert Oster ink in it, but as I said, it's inked a carryover from last month. So this is the Just Turnings. It's the matte Elvenwood. It has a 14 karat medium Mr. Cypress nib on it. and it is inked with, really like this coloured ink, Sailor Ink Studio. And 530. It's this ink has a bit of shading in it as well, writing with it, so I've really enjoyed that pen and ink pairing. The next one we have here is another matte finish pen. This is it's called, the blank is called Oil Slick, but I call it my matte rainbow. It once again has a matte finish, is beautiful to write with. And on this pen, I actually have an oblique nib that was gifted to me by pen friend Tina. So you've got to hold it a certain way, but it's actually very enjoyable to write with. Maybe I'm not holding it. Here we go. Just Turnings. And it is, I'll put its proper name and the name that I call it. So Matte Oil Slick Rainbow. And it has an oblique nib and is inked with Robert Oster, Sydney Darling Harbour. This ink is like a bluey sort of teal coloured ink. It's a really lovely ink. The next one we have here is also a matte pen. This is the Alaskan Sunrise blank. It has little pieces of clear through up here. Hopefully you're seeing that. It's a beautiful pen. I have a, let me just check this. Yeah, I have a fine nib on this one. This is an ink I hadn't used in quite a while, so I love my yellow and orange ink, so I pulled this one out. So Just Turnings. It is a matte. A few of my friends have got the same blank. So Matte Alaskan Sunrise. Has a fine nib and is inked with Robert Oster Honeybee. So that's that one. Next one we have here is the Just Turnings Deluxe model, and this is in blue abalone. I believe this is one of Stephen's poured abalone blanks that he used for this pen. Just Turnings Deluxe. And it's called the Deluxe model because it has the pen clip and it has the little gold accents on the top and the bottom of it. So this is in the blue abalone. It has a medium nib on it and is inked with Robert Oster Fire and Ice. I loved that blue ink. I've had it for years and it was like my first real I guess apart from Compeki, it was my first real punchy blue ink that I'd had, or maybe my second. Now, these next two pens, this is the Unicorn Horn, which I got first, and then this is the Unicorn Blood, which I got last year. And I have these inked up with Shimmer inks. And the Shimmer inks that I have in these are actually thanks to pen friend Darla. She sent me bottles of these. It's the Atlas, it's a collaboration with Robert Oster, Atlas Stationer's Hollywood's Mullet and Sidewalk Gum. Now, as you can see on the bottom of these, there is a lot of shimmer there. And so far, so good. The pens have been holding up pretty well. So I'm just thinking I might actually do a little bit of a swatch with you. I've got my ink muddler here. I've got some water, and so we'll see how this goes. Just do a little bit of a sample there, or an ink swatch. So when you've got shimmer in your pens, for those who are new to using shimmer inks, just roll the pen gently between your hands to actually get the shimmer moving in the pen again. So this one is the Just Turnings and it's called Unicorn Blood. Super sparkly pen. It has a medium nib on it and is inked with Robert Oster and Atlas Stationers. Now, while I remember, Atlas Stationers are actually having a sidewalk sale this weekend. So for those of you in the US or even Australia, well, obviously the US, if you're close enough, you could go and visit. I wish I was there so I could go and visit. And I also have an Atlas Stationers affiliate link where you can get, I believe this weekend it's 15% off, but you use the code JAYNE10 and that gives you a discount on some of their items or most of their items. So there are some exclusions. But yes, so Jane 10, Jane with a Y, 10, and that will give you, if you put that into the coupon code when you're checking out, that will give you a discount. But I think this weekend it's actually 15% discount you get if you use the Jane 10 coupon code. So that's, anyway, this is a shimmer ink. It's a really lovely colour. Very, very grateful to pen friend Darla for sending it to me. And then this one is the Sidewalk Gum. So this one has a purple shimmer. So it almost looks like a grey ink, but then you get that pink shimmer through it. Now on this pen, I've actually put an Esterbrook 1.1 stub nib on it. So if you've got Just Turnings pens, for those of you who have Just Turnings pens, you can actually install other nibs on them as well. So Just Turnings. It's a really lovely nib, this one, to write with. Just Turnings. This one's called Unicorn Horn. As I said, it has a 1.1 stub nib on it and is inked with Robert Oster. And the Atlas Stationers collaboration. And this one is called Sidewalk Gum. Handles the shimmer inks beautifully. Okay, now as you said, like as I said before, I also came away with 3 samples. Now this one was actually given to me in my like my welcome pack, and it's Diamond Sparkling Shadows, and it's a shimmer ink as well. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do much of it, if I'm going to be able to get my dip pen into these. I don't think I am, so I'm probably just going to have to do, oh, I can't even get my, hang on, we're going to have to use this. I don't want to do too much. I might just have to do it this way. This is a shimmer ink as well. So I'm going to have to just use my trusty Pilot Kakuno pen for these ones, guys. Sorry about that. I didn't realise the openings were so narrow. So this one is Diamond Sparkling Shadows. Now the next one I've got here, and this is another one I've been wanting to try for a long time. This is Robert Oster Whiskey. This is a beautiful, I guess it is more of a whiskey colour, but it's a really beautiful orange colour, which I like orange inks and yellow inks, brown inks. So this one is Robert Oster Whiskey. And last but not least, I also picked up a sample of the Robert Oster Clearwater Rain. And at first I thought this was very similar. Well, it is kind of similar to the Fire and Ice, and I thought it was the same as Fire and Ice, but it's actually not. It looked quite different in the swatching. Okay. I've got to be careful not to get too much, otherwise I'll be sitting here all day waiting for them to dry. So it's just gorgeous. It's even a little bit more punchier than what the Fire and Ice is. Just absolutely beautiful. So Robert Oster Clearwater Rain. For whatever reason, the Robert Oster whiskey seems to be sold out everywhere at the moment, and every time I go to try and get a sample of it or a bottle of it, it's sold out. But last night I hopped online and I was able to pick up a bottle of the Clearwater Rain, so that's going to be added to my ink stash. And I gave 2 bottles of ink away too. I just left them there for whoever wanted them. One of them was a Robert Oster Flaming Blue, which I don't tend to reach for very much. And the other one was Robert Oster Romeo and Juliet, which is a nice pale blue ink, like almost like a pale blue with a hint of grey through it. But it's another one that I don't tend to reach for. So I thought, well, I'll give those away to whoever would like them, and they can have them. So I think actually Amy might have taken that home and added it to the other Robert Oster inks for future events. But yeah, so they're the ones that the samples that I picked up, and very thankful to Pen Friend Darla for sending me the 2 Robert Oster collaborations with Atlas Stationers, Hollywood's Mullet and Sidewalk Gum. Really beautiful inks that I'm going to enjoy using. And another thing that I picked up while I was there is one of the other members, Josh, was he was selling a few of his pens and moving them on. So I was able to pick up this Parker 51. No, I don't have a Parker pen. This is my first Parker pen. And, oh no, it's a screw, that's right. It has the tiniest little hooded nib, I guess you call it. But I have to, oh, sorry, what am I doing? Yeah, it's definitely a screw. I'm trying to push it on. I actually hopped online and got some Parker ink cartridges for it because Parker uses a proprietary ink cartridge and converter. So got some ink cartridges and a converter. This may very well be my permanent black pen that I use for black ink. You know how I was saying before I need a black pen just to do my headings and things? I think this might be the one that I use. And I'm not sure what nib it is, whether it's a medium or a fine. And he didn't know either. So thrilled to pieces with that. And yeah, so I think that's all I've really got. These are kind of drying. They're still very, very wet. I guess I might be able to lift off some of the ink. Just to sort of like, maybe I do that. Just to sort of, so you can see a little bit more of it. Okay, so let's go through them. We've got the Just Turnings Matte Elvenwood, which was this one here. That has the 14 karat Mr. Cypress medium nib on it. I had it, or have it inked with Sailor Ink Studio 530. Then we've got this one, the Just Turnings Matte Oil Slick Rainbow. It has the oblique nib on it and is inked with Robert Oster Sydney Darling Harbour. Then we've got the Just Turnings Matte Alaskan Sunrise with a fine nib and inked with Robert Oster Honeybee. That's this one. And then we've got the Just Turnings Deluxe Model in Blue Abalone with a medium nib, and that's inked with Robert Oster Fire and Ice. Then we've got the Just Turnings Unicorn Blood medium nib inked with Robert Oster and Atlas Stationers collaboration Hollywood's Mullet. And last but not least, we've got the Just Turnings Unicorn Horn with the Esterbrook 1.1 stub nib on it, and it's inked with Robert Oster and Atlas Stationers Sidewalk Gum. So, and these are the samples. So the Sparkling Shadows, you can't really see much of the shimmer in it at the moment. Robert Oster Whiskey and the Robert Oster Clearwater Rain. Really loving this. This has got a red sheen to it, and it's just the most beautiful colour. Really lovely. So that's all I have for you folks. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you back. Oh, sorry, and I need to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for giving me a thumbs up or being a subscriber here. I do appreciate it. For whatever reason, it helps the algorithm on YouTube. But yeah, I just want to say have a great week, and I will see you back here next time. Take care. Bye.